Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? It's Scooter Fishman here, and today I have a couple of. Basically, I wiped out a bunch of accounts, and so I just wanted to go ahead and kind of show you the whole process. So, I went through like 4 or 5 accounts. This is probably the most anybody's probably seen somebody wipe on resources, but like in this one video, we're gonna clear probably close to like I would say probably it's close to the 2 to 3 billion mark on resources and its grand total. I'm going to zero some people out, and we're going to completely clean some of these players that I'm targeting. But just to give you perspective, it's kind of like every target that I'm finding here, guys. I pick them up every now and then. They're not like a dime a dozen. They do take a while to clear out, especially when I'm wiping them. Usually with what I have, I'm not. By no means am I sending them. Basically the thing is when you're trying to wipe somebody out like this, there's always a good chance that they'll go offline and they will stay offline. But there's also that chance that somebody in the guild might reinforce them. There's a chance that they might get garrisoned. There's a chance that things may not go as planned. And so I'm always trying to put on 375,000 tier 4 infantry, and I'm trying to max it out. And as you can tell, these attacks, I did a handful of them, okay? I did a lot more than what I just showed you there. I cut it short because I don't want to waste your time. But the thing is so after like hitting him about 70-ish times, he eventually shielded. And this is a pretty common thing to have happen. But starting with almost 2 billion across, if I hit him 70 times at 375k, 40 million a pop, you can see my resources and you can see how much of a difference that makes. Now, like this guy here, he's only got 164k. Pretty easy, like, to wipe that out clean. It takes literally less than a second to do. Now, I don't know why, but I'm almost positive this guy had to have gotten rallied or zeroed at some point in the last KVK, because I recall this guy being a lot bigger. Now, I don't know if it was because he just conveniently found himself in a really bad spot, wasn't shielded, or what, but I just know that what he had on his resources and account, I know this guy was bigger in the kingdom at one point. He was like 900 mil around my might. So to see him down this might and then me to continue kicking him down there, I really don't think he's probably too happy about that. But he was in monster hunting gear, wasn't online at the time, so oh well. But either way, I went ahead and took his stuff, and 35k red and the rest wound. I mean, he at least just got his troops. He just learned a very painful lesson along the way. Now, of course, when I clean these targets out, there obviously will be some attention that comes from that. And you can see there, they're scouting to check and see if the account has any resources. I like to play it safe. Once I know that people are paying attention, like there, you can see they just start to pick up like that, I back off. And I say this to a lot of people all the time, that if you're afraid of getting hurt, it's a real possibility. Now, you can see he's got 100 million ore and stuff like that. I'll leave it be, and I let it go, because I'd rather not lose anything along the way. It's very easy to lose a lot of tier 4 doing it. If you're not careful, like, that's a real possibility. Now, of course, I'm going to go ahead and do some more troop pushing, and this is pretty much the most troop pushing that I'm going to do. I got up to 966 million might, so I'm not at a billion might, but I've basically hit my spending cap for this month. And so I'm at this point, I can't go any further. It's as far as I can go. But this troop composition that I currently have can eat a rally without too much trouble. The main thing is that taking multiple rallies, right? That'll be a little bit more difficult. So right now, my main goal here, right, is I'm going to build up a few million tier 4. And as I was telling people earlier, I think really the solution to a lot of the woes that people are having with rally traps right now is, I think the goal really is to just have more tier 4. A lot of them are doing like less than 500k, and that's because they want to be low on might. And I get that, but for somebody like me who's not trying to hide their might, and I'm not trying to be a rally trap, I'm just a big fat account, there's no harm in me having a couple million tier 4. So hopefully we'll be able to reach a billion might by the end of, I would hope, May. That's kind of my goal. But we'll see. Maybe we can get it done sooner. I don't know. But along my journey, I just thought I'd share, how expensive it is to get there. Because, I mean, to give you some concept of how much it is, it's already $80 in at $20 packs, and I'm not even close. And that's at like almost 300 million troop might. So I guess if any of you were ever curious, now you know. And well, of course, make sure to check out the other videos. One in particular you really ought to see is that 4 million troops solo I did. That shit is fucking awesome. And I'll see you then.